is all about letting go of guilt. The guilt you feel because you don't have enough time for yourself or your family. For example, dinner time. Do you feel guilty that you can't always get a healthy meal on the table? Do you struggle with what you want to eat versus what you know you should be eating? Well, I wanted to better understand what you're going through, so I found a family just like you. Meet the Calderin family.
My name is Monique, and my life is just crazy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sneakers. Your feet are disgusting. Having 3 boys is definitely a challenge. Push! Push! Hurry, hurry! We're running late. Day's always overscheduled between a full-time job, having to rush home to pick up all 3 boys, and then we have football practice. Wait, you're gonna hurt him. That's my boy. No temper tantrums. I'm too tired for that. Come on. Football practice is over. Let's go home. Dinner is a constant struggle.
Tacos, tacos, tacos. I want tacos. Ravioli. I said tacos.
I feel guilty. It's a lot being a full-time mom and working full-time and getting a healthy meal on the table for the children. So it's a lot of pressure to meet expectations of what a good mom is supposed to be. If I do put out broccoli, I hope someone eats it.
Mom, I don't want this.
Eat it, please.
No.
Carlos, eat the broccoli.
No.
It's always easier to give them what they want.
Mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese in the house.
Chicken nuggets, they're the easiest thing for me right now. My husband Carlos, when he gets off work, makes everybody happy by bringing in pizza.
Yay!
Really? You got pizza? It's not a help to us when you bring home pizza because it's not what the kids and I need to eat. Whatever's on the kids' plates at the end, I'm snacking off of it. I feel guilty about being 50 pounds overweight. I should be a fit mom. I should be able to run with the boys. Sometimes the kids are so hungry, they'll just grab an ice cream bar and I'll tell them, fine, just go ahead because I'm tired. But you better eat your dinner. And sometimes it doesn't happen.
Well, the Calderins are here. Carlos Jr., Carlos, Monique, I'll get to it in a second. Little Nicholas running around there, and of course, William is joining us. You happy? All right. Good, I'm making a mess. Listen, that's a lot on your plate.
Yes, it is.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Describe to me what you feel like 20 minutes before you actually get everyone to sit down for dinner. And you're struggling to pull the meals together. Let Nicholas go, it's okay. He's,
okay.
I want to do that half the time, too, by the way. I mean, what's the emotion that you would describe? Is it guilt?
It's guilt. It's, you know, it's just stress. It's the stress level's high. I'm overwhelmed. I wish that, you know, I could just be a genie and blink sometimes and have a healthy meal on the table for them, you know, in that time period.
And that guilt, do you think it takes a toll on your health?
Absolutely. You know, it's a lot because I want to go out and hit the gym and be fit and trim. Like, you know, I want to be a hot mom. And I do.
There's Dr. Carlos here about hot moms. So, what do you feel when you talk about her life and the difficulty she has putting the pieces together and the guilt she feels because of that?
It makes me sad. You know, I know that she tries hard and, you know, she's a good mother. She loves us all, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
So what would help?
I guess for us to have a quick solution for a healthy meal, something that's, you know, quick and easy, maybe something that we can prepare maybe when we do have, you know, more time on the weekend and stuff, you know, for the rest of the week.
You chip in at all?
Yes, I try to as much as I can. But
What does he do, Monique? What's a typical thing that Carlos would do to help out?
He would help us out, especially when I work. He'll come home and he'll help cook meals for us, prep for when I get home.
That's
so that
good.
I don't have to always have a hard time. But now that we're into football, I'm the one cooking dinner.
So you mentioned 50 pounds.
Yes.
And you desire to lose the 50 pounds. How was having these meals with your family preventing you from doing that?
Because I lose focus, because I'm stressed and overwhelmed and just, you know, trying to rush to get it all in so that they can have a productive school life and so they can learn better and stuff for...
And even when people want to help you out, I mean, I heard a rumor that you brought pizza home once in a while.
yes.
That's So you make this healthy meal, and then Carlos brings pizza in. I think that this is a story that reproduces itself over and over again. Carlos Jr., let me ask you if I can. Describe to me a little bit about dinner time with your mom. What's your favorite thing she makes?
I think it would be her homemade macaroni and cheese.
Homemade macaroni and cheese. He's gonna love that for the rest of his life.
I hope so.
Well, look, things can get pretty hard, and it takes a lot of time. Are you willing to chip in with your brothers to make a little difference in your mom's life, to make it a little easier for her?
I guess.
That's the best you're gonna get out of a little boy, I think.
You know, boys are difficult. You know how it is.
I know how girls are difficult too, by the
But
way.
boys are difficult.
All right. So, as soon as I heard all your stories, I knew there was one person who could fix this problem. Could make it fast, quick, healthy, easy, all that in one. She spent her entire career figuring out how to help busy people eat guilt-free meals in the real world. I want you all to meet Hungry Girl. There is no one on the diet scene quite like her.
Wow!
Lisa Lillian, the self-proclaimed Hungry Girl. She's a best-selling author, host of her own show on the Cooking Channel, and more than 1 million women follow her online. All thanks to her very practical, healthy, and tasty approach to cooking.
If a recipe's too complicated, I know I won't make it, so all the recipes I create are super easy.
Her secret, she's cracked the code to guilt-free food swaps.
I know how hard it is to make smart choices about food when you're really busy. That's why I do all the hard work for you. I find the best swaps, so you don't have to.
So I gave Hungry Girl a mission. I armed her with the Calderin family's food journal and challenged her to transform their favorite go-to dinners into quick and easy calorie-cutting feasts.
I already see an easy swap here. I can't wait to show this family how I'm gonna remake some of their favorite foods.
And when we come back, Hungry Girl Lisa Lillian is here with simple, guilt-free dinner swaps that will have your family running to the table. Stay with us. You're gonna like it, Carlos.
Up next,
One of my best swaps of all time.
Hungry Girl's guilt-free secrets,
The best part we haven't talked about yet.
a healthy mac and cheese, and later, Dr. Oz's guiltiest pleasure.
I love
Don't go away.
For all of you out there who have trouble getting a healthy dinner on the table, Hungry Girl Lisa Lillian is with us, and she's got some simple, guilt-free swaps that your family needs to have. Lisa, you've helped millions of folks with this. Monique is actually a subscriber to you. It's fascinating how deeply you go into our society. So what we're going to do today is to understand some of the biggest secrets. Let's start with number one that you always want to share with folks.
Well, the biggest secret I have is that you have to find swaps. Simple little better-for-you swaps that can turn decadent foods, comfort foods that you think you can't really eat. You sneak in some healthier ingredients. The kids, the family will never know the difference, and it is so, so easy.
So what we're going to do is start off with the Calderin family, who's here to taste all the foods. Kids have started already,
They're
which
really
is good
picking
news.
out over there.
So Monique, I actually had you track your foods over the last few days. By the way, that's your real kitchen behind you. I hope you feel at home. All right. And I noticed there's a lot of breaded items, breaded chicken nuggets, breaded fish sticks. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. So help Monique out.
Well, we all like fried foods. It's crispy. There's something really satisfying about that crunch, and usually they're deep fried and they're oily. So what I like to do is something I call faux frying. And what I use, one of my best swaps of all time, high-fiber brand cereal instead of breadcrumbs. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought about using cereal, Monique, for this instead of breadcrumbs. It's high in fiber, it's low in calories. You just take this and you put it in a blender. I find Fiber One works best, the texture of it. You turn it into like a powder, and then you season it up, because it's a little sweet because it's breakfast cereal, but you add whatever seasonings you like, and then you use that to coat whatever it is that you'd want to fry, but you bake it. So you can make things like popcorn, shrimp, which I call swap corn shrimp, or onion rings, anything you'd normally fry, you can just bake with this coating. It's amazing.
Well, I love simple concepts that are so easy to apply to your life. And so I think we can actually help Monique. We're going to copy one of the things she likes to make. So give me an idea what we can make that might address one of her current needs.
Okay.
What were those boys over there
I
like to eat?
noticed, well, I see them eating them now, so I know it's a good sign. But they were eating a lot of chicken nuggets in the video, and so I'm going to make them today.
Perfect.
Now, these are what I call onion chicken nuggets. So this is just chicken breast, and we're going to dip this in egg whites or egg substitute, which saves calories and cholesterol because there's no yolks. And then you just get that into the cereal crumbs that have been seasoned up. These are seasoned up with onion soup and onion powder and some flavoring. And then you put that on a baking sheet, and then you bake it at 375. It's so simple.
How long do you bake it for?
About, 10 minutes on each side. You do a little flip. They come out. They're crispy, crunchy, decadent. You do not know the difference, I promise
So, Monique, you gave me 20 minutes. This is a 20-minute meal. It takes about that much time to make it, I think. All right, so your kids are already having it right now. Yeah. Now, before I ask you to vote on whether you like this or not, Carlos, go ahead and taste it. See if you'd like it as well. I'm going to give you the calories and the fat content.
This is so much pressure.
All right, a typical serving of chicken nuggets that normally would be served in the Calderin family, that Monique would have slaved over for much longer than 20 minutes, would have 490 calories, 26 grams of fat. Not good for her, Carlos, or any of the 3 kids. Our current Hungry Girls guilt-free chicken nuggets has 211 calories, and get this, 2.5 grams of fat. Good, right? Kids, thumbs up, thumbs down. Their mouths are full, so they can't talk. Okay, Carlos, do you like it?
Yes, it's good.
It's good, isn't it?
Yep.
It's crispy. All right, let's move on. Now, we had a guilt-free dinner swap, everybody. Now, Monique, I noticed your family has a lot of beef. All right, so, tacos, raviolis, those are both on your recipes list last week. The problem is that beef can be very high in saturated fats. So give me a guilt-free dinner swap out.
This is amazing because people see this and they're not sure where it is or where you find it. It is so readily available at every supermarket in the freezer section. It is meatless soy crumbles. It is just soy protein. It's textured like beef. It tastes exactly like beef. It comes pre-cooked, so you don't even have to cook it.
Oh,
and
I
guess
love
what?
that.
No saturated fat at all.
That sounds good.
It's good stuff. 60 calories, a half cup, less than a gram of fat. It's life-changing stuff.
So what are you going to make for the Calderin kids today? These are other things you can make,
Yeah,
right?
you can make so many things with it. You can make lasagna, chili, quesadillas, burritos. But today, I know you guys like tacos, so we're making mega meaty meatless tacos. Dr. Oz, you have to help me.
Oh,
Can
look
you
at
do
them.
that?
They've already finished their tacos. Did you
So I
feed
guess
those
they
kids
like
today,
them.
Monique? Yeah, I should ask him. Carlos Jr., can you tell the difference between what you're eating and a regular taco?
I think he's too busy chewing.
He's too busy chewing. Don't talk with your mouth open.
Different. Tastes a little different than my regular tacos.
Tastes a little different. Is it good enough that you'd be happy eating this if your mom was happy?
Maybe.
Maybe, I'll take it.
That's a
so these, by
resounding
the
yes.
way, yeah, these also have some mushrooms mixed in, so you can add veggies to it, and then you just coat it with cheese, and you add your usual taco toppings, reduced fat cheddar cheese, chopped tomatoes.
I'm taking a bite here.
That is taco-rific.
Carlos
Look at
Jr.,
that.
these are good. What are you talking about? William's done. William's leaving the table.
It's good, right?
He's trying to get into his kitchen.
He's trying to get into the kitchen. William, it's just a
William,
picture.
come
You
sit
can't
down.
get in there.
Come sit.
All right.
William.
While the kids have already finished their meals, I'm going to summarize our calories and our fat content. This swap is going to save you 2 average ground beef tacos. 2 of them have 450 calories, 26 grams of fat. That's a lot, folks, especially for kids. 2 of the Hungry Girls mega meaty meatless tacos. Get this, 215 calories, 8.5 grams of fat. Good. Kids are happy. All right. You can find all these recipes on the Hungry Girl part of our website, droz.com. Check it out. We're going to have tons of stuff there. Up next, Hungry Girl's #1 secret swap, and it involves every family's favorite guilty pleasure meal. Stay with us.
Hi, Dr. Oz. My name's Beth, and thanks to Hungry Girl and her tips, I lost 243 pounds. My favorite recipe of hers is her turkey and veggie mini meatloaves, and it will serve her family for 2 nights, and we don't have to worry about overeating.
I lost 111 pounds with Hungry Girl recipes. My tip today is to combine plain Greek yogurt, a little bit of strawberries, some honey. I have a little bit for breakfast, and then I put a little in some freezer pop containers, and then I have a delicious frozen yogurt treat later in the day.
I scoured your emails, tweets, and Facebook messages looking for the #1 family meal you wish was healthier. And hands down, there was one meal I got asked about over and over again.
Dr. Oz, I need your help. I make macaroni and cheese for my family 3 times a week. I know how unhealthy it is and fattening, and I end up eating it all anyway. Can you please show me an alternative way to make it healthy?
Hungry girl Lisa Lillian is back, and she's going to turn your boxed mac and cheese into a guilt-free dinner. The Calderin family is very interested in mac and cheese. The boys refuse to leave, so they're going to stick around and taste test for us. So, what's the big secret with mac and cheese?
Well, with mac and cheese, you know what? Those boxes have 2.5 servings, but it's really more like 1 serving. We've all been there. You know, you're just not satisfied if you eat 1 cup. So, you want to start by using the whole grain mac and cheese, which is already higher in fiber, so it's more satisfying. But then you want to bulk it up with some secret, healthier ingredients. You get a much larger serving size for not a lot of calories.
I love the idea of just adjusting what the kids think they're getting. Let's see what they can really figure out.
They're not paying attention that much, so don't worry about it.
The first mac and cheese expander. What do you got up your sleeves?
Okay, this is shredded cabbage. You take this, you put it in the microwave for a few minutes, soften it up, and it gets into like little shreds, and you can bulk up pasta. It just picks up the flavor of whatever you use. Whether you have a cheese sauce or a marinara, it's fantastic.
And when do you mix it into the mac and cheese mix?
You mix it in at the very end. Once your mac and cheese is done, you just take your cooked cabbage, you mix it in, and voila.
Perfect. Okay, the second expander.
Cauliflower. Now, a lot of people use cauliflower to expand mashed potatoes, but what you might not know is if you take frozen cauliflower, again, you cook it in the microwave for a few minutes, and then you just roughly chop it. So you see it here? You don't want to, mash it up. You just want to chop it a little bit, and it's a perfect expander for pasta because you just throw it in the bowl again at the very end once it's all cooked, and it really bulks it up, picks up the flavor nicely, and it's good for you, and you eat so much more food for the same amount of calories.
All right, 2 good expanders. They would definitely work, but Lisa has saved her all-time favorite mac and cheese expander, and she's got some critics today. I want you to taste it, and Carlos Jr., since you're the tough critic over there, would you tolerate this? I'll use that phraseology. Good enough? Hey, got a smile! Whoa! All right. Lisa, give us the big secret expander.
Okay, the big secret here, it is one of my all-time favorite foods and a food that I think is totally underrated, butternut squash. Now, not only is it a great, it's a great expander, it's a great swap for potatoes, but if you take butternut squash, you cook it in the microwave, and then you add it to mac and cheese, you know what you're doing? You are really, really expanding your serving size, and you're adding vitamin A and potassium and fiber.
I love this idea.
Check this out. Want to help me?
Yes, I
Oh,
can
look
do
at
this.
him.
I'm a good mixer.
You're
Once all the hard part's done, I come in, I swoop in to eat.
double-handing it.
All right. Here's the part that I love the most, though.
Okay. That is a heaping cup. That's 1. Now, there's your second cup. And check out the difference in the serving size.
Monique, what do you think about this?
I think it's a good idea.
It's reasonable, isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
fast, and it's quick, and it's easy. But the best part we haven't talked about yet. Again, I'm going to go through this real carefully because it's important to get all this messaging across. 1 serving of regular boxed mac and cheese. And remember, it's only got 1 cup, which I think, Lisa, you're right. A lot of people will not be satisfied with this as your main course of dinner.
No, who would want to eat that alone? That's depressing.
390 calories, 17 grams of fat, and you're depressed because you want more. 1 serving of Hungry Girl's guilt-free expanded boxed mac and cheese has 2 cups, not 1, 2 cups, a lot more stuff to eat, 354 calories, and 5 grams of fat. Look at that. That's twice as much food for less calories and 70% less fat. Are you happy with that?
Love it.
Family calories, you happy?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you know what? If this gets you past the guilt we've been talking about and gets you to believe that you're raising your kids the way you're raised by your mom, it's worth it just for that reason alone.
Okay.
Bless you both. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
All Hungry Girls guilt-free family dinner recipes will be on DrOz.com, and she will be on the show plenty more this season. I want you to send me messages on Twitter. Tell me what you want to hear from Hungry Girl during her next visit. Up next, I'm going to share my guiltiest pleasures with you. My guilty pleasures. Stay with us.